Hey guys, so I am here with chapter 1 of book 2, and the title is called It's Been 8 Months Already. And this is a story of the Evan Haynes, who used to be known as Kevin, who lived in a small town with a few hundred people and a lot of family drama. But after high school, Kevin was about to come out to his parents in a long letter that was going to be sent the same day as basic training day. But in this story, you get to know a few new people and a real life story of a girl who how you already are so ready to take on this crazy world. But before we begin this journey of a soldier's life who now lives in a place called Western Kentucky, it's a town you have been staying in for the past 8 months, but with your new partner that you will explain later in the story. But for now, I'm sure you're most wondering, how did your parents take the letter, and what did your best friend Jake tell you in the shocking message he sent before you left the college life behind for a new life in a completely different state? Well, here's a little update on that. You heard back from your mother, who said she will love you no matter what. She will always be your mother no matter what, and that you are welcome home for Christmas at any time of the year. Now you have a baby sister due. You're happy that you are going to have siblings. You know how you can't wait to meet her soon. Now on the other hand of your dad hasn't said much to you, just that he's disappointed you had to hide this from him, and how you couldn't tell him or talk to him about this. So you haven't really heard from him as much, but you do keep him updated on life and army stuff, which your parents are proud of you for serving our country. When you went home for Christmas, he was good and back to normal. Plus, you were happy to see your hometown and a few friends, plus your bestie Jake, who you haven't really spoken to since that text message he sent you, because you're not sure how to respond back to something like that has been hidden for almost your whole life. Now that you have been living this army life in this small town that you have grown to love for the 8 months you were training, your basic training days are coming to an end soon, and you'll be back into your one-bedroom apartment with a woman you have been seeing the first day since training day. Now that I'm sure you're wanting the story on how we met and how I got to this small town in Kentucky, well, first off, this is where I was sent to for 8 weeks of basic training. Don't forget the nightmares. I mean, goodness, it killed me the first 2 weeks of being here. But when I found my girlfriend Casey, who is in the same unit and job as me, we somewhat in the same building together, which is pretty nice. I also say I got lucky with her since she is my staff sergeant for the job, which is nice to have a few faces to know around here and not be around total strangers every day of the week. Well, as last week, you both now live in the same apartment together and have been doing good, not so much of fighting, but both of you work different hours, which you can say it's always healthy and helped a relationship to grow more. Now that you're taken, man, your parents keep asking you about grandchildren and how they would love to have a baby around the house. LOL. You still haven't made up your mind about kids since you're only 18 now, and you still have a lot of years to be free of children for a while to live the dream. And you've been waiting since birth, basically. Where do I start about this whole update on my life, or like the last past 8 months of being free and being in a different town away from your friends and family and close people you knew in your hometown? But you say you still play football for your unit, and how you have gotten closer to your parents, even though your father is still disappointed at you, but still also proud at the same time, since you still had the best job ever, and he's always said to follow your own dreams, not what everyone else wants you to follow in your life. He has you're sitting at work now getting ready for lunch, which is the best part of your day since that's when you get to spend time your whole hour with your girlfriend. It's been hard to see each other at home, but you both still get the weekend to catch up on everything and all the drama in the unit or family update as well. And how is it awesome that every other weekend your mom sends a care package to you with all your favorite food and drinks you love to have at work for a few weeks and days and for your lunches. Plus how she always writes those little letters about her days and updates on baby sister and as always the family, and how she's happy for you and doing the dream job you found the most amazing woman who loves you for you, and how she and your father wants to come up there soon to visit and meet your girlfriend and see the place around town, and on the little post-it of where you both work and few shops that have as well to get a few things that say Army on it. But it will be a while before she can even fly or drive, since she is fixing to have your baby sister, who is very excited to meet, plus be awesome, be a big brother you will always be for her life. Well, you have a doctor's appointment today. It's the big change that you and Casey have been talking about for a few months now. Have you how you want to freeze your eggs for a while, since you want to get rid of that thing of yours. It's been a problem for you to be yourself for a while, and it's been holding you back on a few things, but as you stay in the Army, you need to change a few things before you can get more into your job. The career of a lifetime plus a life with Casey, and what the future holds for both of you in a small town. Plus you already got your family, and your girlfriend are always going to stand by you through this long journey as you take this big change in your life. Well, now it's time for the big appointment. You're sitting in the waiting room and looking around at all the posters and all the stuff in the little room. Now you're thinking this is going to be an amazing goal step for you and Casey, who is holding your hand as you try to relax and stay calm through this whole thing. Both go through this life-changing goal together. Well, here is the story you wanted or would love to know about. See, you been waiting for almost 8 months to see has changed in my life as a woman. Well, here is Casey's little update or story. Well, she is gay, but she doesn't like using that word. It's not something she uses. She likes to used to tell people about her sexuality, and what you both normally tell people or anyone is, yes, I have a girlfriend and I love her for who she is as a person, and she loves me for who I am. Now this is a little bit of your story, how you would tell someone or anyone who would love to know your crazy life. Yes, I've always wanted to be a woman, but I have never wanted to say I'm gay or any other word they use nowadays in this crazy world of drama and a bunch of stuff that you don't care about at the moment. This is where we back to the awkward appointment, since you basically told somewhat of your story and gave a little bit of that update on your amazing girlfriend Casey, who you are so proud of to stay by your side through this hard milestone for you both to go through. Plus, it's an amazing happy ending for the future as well. After you have lied in this uncomfortable bed getting all the stuff done for your future, and the amazing woman who will hope to have kids with you one day down the line in this small town you both love, grown so much to love. Now that you're getting ready to go home after this long day for you and Casey, plus it's been a life-changing moment for you and your family as well. Now that you're sitting in the car, you get a good, amazing news that your that your gender has changed, and so has your first name, which is something you are so proud of. Plus, you still keep the last name as your father and the middle name as your mother, who both mean the world to you. And that's something you could always live with, is knowing that you are part of them and your name, even though it's not Kevin anymore. But it's a name that you will always keep safe, since it was your grandparents, is how they will still call you, which is something you don't mind, since you love those people more than anything in the world. Now that your new life is coming along just how you thought it would be dreamed, as since you were a little boy, and how fast things work in this world to be able to be the person in your dreams. And this is when your girlfriend says, well, why don't we name our future son Kevin? Seems a name that means a lot to you and your family, because it's your grandpa's name, who was a role model to you, and this is something you would love to do for your mother and father, and more for your grandpa, who's been honored to say that you have passed down an amazing name to your son, and how he is going to be an amazing star just like his daddy, which is something you can't wait one day, is someone who can look up to you and say, yes, that's my dad. Even though you're a woman, it's something you will never change for your child, because that's something you want to be proud of in a little man's life. Yes, you don't care if your children call you dad or mom. It's all up to them, because at the end of the day, they are loved and cared for by you and your amazing, wonderful family. Now that you're home, sitting on the couch with your amazing girlfriend, looking at pictures from the places you guys have gone to over the last few months, this is where you get to go on a mini vacation and get to know your girlfriend's side of the family before you ask the woman of your dreams to be your wife. Casey, who has been an amazing role model and girlfriend to you about your new goals, and given you something to look forward to each day as you wake up beside her every morning in bed. Now that it has been an amazing day, you guys are ready to pop in a good old movie and eat some popcorn, since you both love to do it. And guys, you guys are eating with dinner, which is nothing wrong with that, even though it's not healthy, but it's to cheer a few goals that were made today. Well, it's the next day and you're getting ready for the day. You got to meet a few people for lunch, and this is when you get a text message from a good old friend, Ryan, who was on the football team, just to tell you happy late birthday, how you doing, and how is playing college football, which is close by, and asked if you liked a few tickets for your work friends and Casey. And of course, you did say yes, since he's always been a pretty good friend, and that's something you take Casey to meet a few high school friends that you can talk to this day besides your bestie, Jake, who hasn't really talked to you in a few weeks, but that's a normal Jake thing for you. Now that your day is going pretty good, and how you get to see a few old high school friends and close friends next weekend that are getting to meet your girlfriend, which is another thing you can be thankful for. This life in a milestone, which is another thing you can be thankful for. Would have brought your wishing you would have brought your old yearbook with you, so you could look back on all the good old memories with your teammates and close friends who made good memories with it as a teenager and child. Things could be a whole lot different with school and life. And this is a moment you have thought about for years, and how your fantasy mind life is coming all to real life, and how you're living proof that you can always set your mind to something to make it come to life. Just wish and work hard for it. Now you're at home fixing dinner with your girlfriend, about to telling her about the good news about the football tickets, and how you can't wait for her to meet some of the best people in your high school life. and those crazy stories. Now I'm sure you're wondering what the football thinks about all the changes. Well, as you know, I would a long letter to my parents. What I left out is how I told the football team or close friends as well. Here goes nothing. I guess when I was Kevin and I had the pool party at my mother's new house, I told a few of the teammates, which have been more amazing friends and like always like brothers, now that it's time for an awesome weekend with friends who have been amazing to you in high school and outside in the real life. You get to show Casey the few people who still talk to Evan and is always gonna be there for them no matter what happens. This is a day you both will remember and look back on, because it is when your small town family grows a little more, since you now have a few more friends, well, brothers, close by in case you need a bro day or a babysitter. It's Sunday, which means it's back to getting all the work stuff ready for the 5 days. LOL. And that's when you get a text message from your mom saying your sister could be here sooner than we think. Going to the doctor now. Keeping you updated. Love you. Bye. That's just more good news to add to this amazing weekend, and how super happy to meet your little baby sister soon. Well, it's time for bed. You got PT in the morning as you get into your bed with your amazing girlfriend you're so lucky to have in your arms right now. So you slowly say goodnight. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. I love you, Casey. And that is the end of chapter 1 of book 2.